Well, it is another sign of how the economy is changing lives. Baltimore County is reporting a spike in first-time homelessness. Oftentimes, people are turned away from shelters because the need surpasses the available services. ABC2 News' Cheryl Connor joins us now with more on the impact. Cheryl?
And Kelly, a year-to-year comparison shows people who are homeless for the first time bring the overall population up 25%. Today, I met a family trying to get their feet back on the ground. They are typical chores for Angelica Gaskew, a mother of two with another son on the way, but there is nothing ordinary about her circumstances. For 16 months, Gaskew has lived at the East Side Shelter in Baltimore County after her mom's house fell into foreclosure.
I actually catch myself crying sometimes because I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't understand how could this happen.
Ending up at a shelter was never the plan. It's safe to say no one wants to be here, but it beats the street when there's nowhere else to turn.
I thought maybe we was actually going to be out on the street somewhere, like just nowhere to go at all, because I'm just really by myself. I really didn't have nobody at the time.
Gaskew is not alone. She's among hundreds contributing to a spike in the homeless population in Baltimore County, an increase of 25% from last year. And officials say roughly the same percentage represents the increase in families ending up in a homeless shelter for the first time. Kevin Lindemood runs health care for the homeless, overseeing several jurisdictions. He says typically the finger is pointed at low income and the lack of affordable housing.
The current economic picture simply exacerbates those circumstances. There are more individuals and families that are having trouble making ends meet, that are losing jobs.
At the East Side Shelter, the director is forced to turn people away every night. Men lay out these mats and sleep on the floor. In a few months, Gaskew and her boys will give up their bed for an apartment. She's moving forward, but there are still so many left behind. And yet another example of the increased demand for services, Kevin Lindewood says an on-site pediatric unit will open in November since more families are ending up in shelters. And if you or someone you know needs help, you can contact Healthcare for the Homeless. That number is 410-837-5533. Cheryl Connor, ABC2 News.